in the heart of a bustling city, where the mundane and the remarkable intertwined, lived Alex Thompson. Alex's life as a middle-aged professional was a picture of routine and predictability, a seamless thread in the urban tapestry. Yet beneath this ordinary facade, an extraordinary twist was about to unfold, a secret even Alex hadn't fathomed. The day had dawned like any other in the city, with the promise of the mundane. However, for Alex Thompson, it would be anything but typical. As consciousness slowly crept in, a wave of confusion swept over Alex. Enveloped in darkness, the air felt stale and confined. The sensation of being in motion, coupled with the muffled hum of voices, was disorienting. It was a space too narrow, too restricted for comfort. Panic began to claw its way through Alex's mind as a horrifying realization set in. This was not just any confined space. It was a coffin. The very thought of being alive in one's own funeral was a grotesque anomaly, a scenario too bizarre and chilling to grasp. How did Alex end up here? Was this a cruel twist of fate or something? As the journey of the coffin concluded, the voices outside became clearer. The words spoken were heavy with sorrow, the ambiance somber. A funeral procession, but whose? The reality of the situation began to dawn on Alex, and it was their own funeral. The shock of this revelation was like a cold plunge into the unknown depths of deceit. Within this claustrophobic cocoon, Alex pieced together fragments of the unsettling truth. The most jarring piece was the involvement of Pat Thompson, Alex's spouse, in this macabre narrative. Betrayal, especially from a loved one, cuts deep, and for Alex, it was a wound that bled disbelief and heartache. What motives lay behind Pat's actions? The foundation of trust and love that had once seemed unshakable now appeared as a mirage, obscured by a haze of lies and deception. Hidden in the shadows of the presumed dead, Alex overheard a chilling conversation between Pat and a mysterious individual named Sam. Their words, laced with ominous undertones, revealed a plot riddled with deception and hidden agendas. Alex's life, unbeknownst to them, had been entangled in a web of lies, spun with meticulous care by those they had trusted the most. In the claustrophobic embrace of the coffin, a resolve kindled within Alex. Despite the overwhelming odds and the unknown dangers that lay ahead, Alex was determined to uncover the truth and confront the architects of this sinister plot. It was a vow to not just survive, but to emerge from the shadows of deceit and reclaim the light of truth. Thus begins Alex Thompson's extraordinary journey from the brink of an orchestrated demise to the path of revelation and confrontation. In the depths of despair, a spark of resilience flickers, promising a relentless pursuit of truth amidst the layers of deception. And in the eerie stillness of the cemetery, where the final stories of many were etched in stone, Alex Thompson's bizarre narrative took a perplexing turn. Lying in the suffocating darkness of a coffin, Alex's mind raced to make sense of the surreal situation. The coffin's journey had ended, and the sound of solemn footsteps and hushed voices pierced the silence around Alex. The air, though still stale, carried whispers of grief and the unmistakable earthy scent of the cemetery. As the coffin was carefully set down, a chilling realization dawned on Alex's next. It was no dream or illusion. It was a morbid reality meticulously crafted. Confusion and disorientation battled within as Alex tried to piece together the fragments of this peculiar scenario. Each passing moment in the coffin felt like an eternity, a relentless struggle between reason and pain. The muffled sounds outside served as the only link to the world Alex was forcibly removed from. It was in these moments of heightened senses that Alex overheard conversations that painted a clearer, yet more disturbing picture. The involvement of Pat Thompson, Alex's spouse, in this elaborate charade became painfully epic. The shock of this revelation hit Alex like a tidal wave, leaving a torrent of questions in its wake. Why would Pat orchestrate such a bizarre and cruel event? What was the purpose behind staging Alex's? The voices outside grew fainter, and the sense of isolation deepened. Alex, trapped in the darkness, grappled with the betrayal. The spouse Alex had loved and trusted was now a stranger, an architect of this grave deception. The realization that one's life partner could orchestrate such a scheme was a betrayal of the most intimate kind, leaving Alex's emotions in turmoil. As the reality of the situation sank in, a new determination took root in Alex's heart. Despite the overwhelming confusion and heartbreak, Alex knew that survival and uncovering the truth were paramount. The need to confront Pat and unravel the reasons behind this elaborate ruse became an unyielding drive, and the silence of the grave, with the weight of deception pressing down, Alex's journey of discovery began. It was a path fraught with uncertainty and danger, but driven by the need to expose the truth and reclaim a life unjustly ripped away. The story of Alex Thompson, presumed dead yet very much alive, was unfolding in a way no one could have anticipated. As the shadows lengthened in the cemetery, casting a somber veil over the landscape, Alex Thompson, ensconced in the claustrophobic confines of a coffin, became an unwilling eavesdropper to a conversation that would unravel a sinister plot. The voices of Pat Thompson, an enigmatic individual known only as Sam, filtered through the wooden barrier of the coffin. Their tones were hushed, but charged with a nefarious energy that sent chills down Alex's spine. It was a surreal experience. To be a silent observer to one's own funeral, and now to the revelation of a dark conspiracy. Pat's voice, once familiar and comforting, now carried a sinister undertone. As the conversation unfolded, Alex's heart pounded in disbelief. The words spoken by Pat and Sam painted a picture of deception so intricate and coldly calculated that it seemed unfathomable. The plot they discussed was like a sinister tapestry, woven with threads of greed, betrayal, and unspoken motives. Alex learned of hidden agendas, of clandestine meetings and plans that had been set in motion long. The realization that their life, their very existence, had been manipulated and used as a pawn in a larger scheme was a bitter pill to swallow. Pat, who had shared a life with Alex, had been leading a double existence. The person Alex had known and loved was but a facade, a mask worn to conceal a much more malevolent personality. And Sam, this mysterious accomplice, was evidently a key player in this devious plot. Their conversation hinted at a plan that extended far beyond the staged funeral, a plan that had deep and far-reaching implications. As Alex lay there, unseen and presumed dead, a myriad of emotions surged: anger, betrayal, fear, and an overwhelming sense of vulnerability. But alongside these emotions, a spark of resolve ignited. Alex knew that merely uncovering this plot was not it. It was imperative to act, to thwart whatever sinister plans Pat and Sam had set in motion. On the quiet of the grave, a transformation began. From the ashes of betrayal and deceit, a new, more resilient Alex was emerging, armed with the knowledge of the treachery that surrounded them. Alex prepared to confront the architects of this sinister alliance. The stakes were high and the path ahead treacherous, but the drive to seek justice and reclaim control over their life was now an unextinguishable flame. Thus, as the sun set on the cemetery, casting long shadows over the graves, the story of Alex Thompson took a new turn. From the depths of despair and betrayal, a quest for truth and retribution began, a journey that would test the limits of courage, resilience, and the human spirit. In the cold, eerie silence of the cemetery, where whispers of the past mingled with secrets of the living, Alex Thompson found an unexpected ally in the most unlikely of places. Lurking in the shadows of tombstones and forgotten stories was Robin Foster, a gravedigger whose compassion and intuition would prove invaluable in Alex's quest. Robin, with their rough hands accustomed to the earth's embrace and a heart attuned to the sorrows of the departed, stumbled upon the bizarre scenario of Alex's staged burial, accompanied by their loyal dog, Max, a steadfast companion with keen senses and a protective instinct. Robin's curiosity was piqued by the unusual events unfolding in the cemetery. As Alex's whispers of life seeped through the coffin's confines, Robin, guided by a blend of intuition and Max's unsettled behavior, unearthed the coffin, revealing the shocking truth. Alex, pale and bewildered but very much alive, emerged into the moonlit night, a figure reborn from the depths of deceit. The bond between Alex and Robin formed swiftly, united by a shared sense of justice and a mutual desire to unravel the web of conspiracy that had ensnared Alex's life. Max, with his unwavering loyalty and sharp instincts, became an integral part of this alliance, a silent guardian in their quest. As they embarked on this perilous journey, Robin's knowledge of the cemetery's secrets and the city's underbelly became an invaluable asset. They navigated through the labyrinth of clues and half-truths, piecing together the puzzle of Pat's betrayal and Sam's mysterious role in the grand scheme. Their investigation led them down unexpected paths, uncovering alliances and enemies in surprising places. The conspiracy was deeper and more complex than Alex had ever imagined, involving players they had never suspected and motives that were as obscure as they were dangerous. Amidst this chaos, Alex found solace in the companionship of Robin and Max. In their unspoken understanding and shared determination, Alex found the strength to confront the harsh realities of their predicament. Together, they became an unlikely but formidable trio, each bringing their unique strengths to the fore. However, the journey was not without its challenges. Each layer of the conspiracy they unraveled revealed new dangers, and the trio found themselves navigating a maze of threats and moral dilemmas. The closer they got to the truth, the more perilous their path became, as those involved in the plot grew increasingly desperate to protect. In this chapter of Alex's story, the themes of trust, resilience, and the power of unlikely alliances came to the forefront. the bond between human and animal, the unexpected kindness of strangers, and the strength found in unity painted a poignant picture of hope. As they stood together under the starlit sky, Alex, Robin, and Max prepared for the next phase of their journey, aware of the risks, but undeterred in their quest for justice. The path ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but with each step, they moved closer to exposing the sinister plot and reclaiming the life that was almost stolen from Alex. Under the cloak of a moonlit night, the ancient cemetery transformed into a stage for a confrontation that would mark the turning point in Alex Thompson's extraordinary journey. And with Robin Foster and Max by their side, Alex prepared to face Pat and Sam, the architects of the nefarious plot that had turned their life upside down. The air was thick with anticipation as Alex, Robin, and Max navigated the labyrinth of tombstones, their shadows merging with the darkness. The cemetery, a place of eternal rest, now pulsed with the energy of impending revelation and reckoning. As they approached the designated meeting spot, the silhouettes of Pat and Sam emerged from the mist, like specters waiting to complete their unfinished business. The confrontation was inevitable, a culmination of betrayal, deception, and a quest for the truth. Alex, fueled by a mixture of anger, betrayal, and an unwavering desire for justice, stepped forward to confront Pat, the person who had once shared their life, their dreams, now stood before them as an adversary. The air crackled with tension as Alex demanded answers. The truth behind the grave plot that had almost been their undoing. Sam, the enigmatic figure who had been lurking in the shadows of their life, stood beside Pat, an embodiment of the unknown threats and secrets that had surrounded Alex. The confrontation was intense, a clash of truths and lies, of moral convictions and sinister intention. In this climactic moment, Max, the loyal dog, proved to be more than just a companion. His presence added a layer of protection and an unspoken threat to those who dared harm Alex. Max's keen senses and unwavering loyalty played a crucial role in the unfolding events, his growls underscoring the gravity of the situation. As the truth unraveled, the extent of Pat and Sam's deception came to light. Motives driven by greed, envy, and a desire for control were exposed, painting a picture of human frailty and moral corruption. The plot, intricate and cold-blooded, was laid bare for Alex to see. The confrontation reached its peak as Alex, with newfound strength and resolve, faced their betrayers. It was a moment of catharsis, a release of pent-up emotions, and a reclaiming of power that had been unjustly taken away. The cemetery, a silent witness to countless stories, now held the echoes of Alex's triumph over deceit and treachery. As the night waned and the first light of dawn began to break, the showdown at the cemetery drew to a close. The truth had been brought to light, and the sinister plot that had ensnared Alex was thwarted, as with the support of Robin and the loyal companionship of Max. Alex emerged from the ordeal not as a victim, but as a survivor, stronger and more resilient than ever. The chapter closed on a note of resolution and renewal. The grave plot that had threatened to consume Alex's life was now a part of their past, a dark chapter that gave way to the promise of a new beginning. The journey ahead would be one of healing and rebuilding, But Alex, armed with the truth and the support of newfound allies, was ready to face whatever the future held. Gratitude and reconciliation. In the serene aftermath of the tumultuous events, Alex Thompson found themselves walking the familiar paths of the cemetery once more. This time, however, the journey was not marked by the shroud of deception, but by a sense of profound gratitude and the beginnings of reconciliation. The morning sun cast a gentle light over the gravestones, each a silent testament to lives lived and stories told. Alex's steps led them to Robin Foster, the compassionate gravedigger who had played a pivotal role in unraveling the sinister plot that had almost claimed Alex's life. Standing beside Robin, with the loyal Max wagging his tail at their feet, Alex's heart was full of appreciation for the unwavering support and bravery they had shown. Robin, with their humble demeanor and quiet strength, had been more than just an ally. They had been a beacon of hope in Alex's darkest. "Thank you," Alex said, the words laden with emotion. "Without you and Max, I wouldn't be standing here today." Robin's eyes, weathered by the sun and the sorrows of the job, held a glimmer of warmth as they acknowledged Alex's gratitude. In that moment, a bond forged in the crucible of adversity. The conversation turned to the future, to the lessons learned, and the clarity gained from the harrowing experience. Alex shared their intentions to reconcile with Taylor, Pat's estranged child, a decision born from the desire to mend bridges and foster new relationships. The ordeal had taught Alex the value of understanding and the power of forgiveness. As Alex spoke of Taylor, it was with a sense of hope and a desire to offer the same compassion and understanding that Robin had shown them. It was a step towards healing, not just for Alex, but for those caught in the ripple effects of Pat's deception. The cemetery, once a place of endings, now represented a beginning for Alex. It was a place where they had faced death and emerged reborn, with a new perspective on life and the relationships that define it. Robin, standing beside them, was a reminder that even in the most unlikely places, one could find friendship and solidarity. As Alex left the cemetery that day, the weight of the past felt lighter, and the path ahead seemed clearer. The journey of reconciliation with Taylor would not be without its challenges, but Alex was ready to face them with a heart open to understanding and forgiveness. The story of Alex Thompson, which had begun with an eerie awakening in a coffin, concluded with a quiet resolve to embrace the lessons learned and the relationships forged. In the peace of the cemetery, amidst the stories of countless souls, Alex took the first steps towards a new chapter in their life, one marked by gratitude, reconciliation, and the promise of new beginnings. As the final chapter in Alex Thompson's extraordinary journey unfolds, the echoes of the past begin to fade, giving way to the hopeful melody of a new beginning. The ordeal that had once threatened to engulf Alex's life now served as a catalyst for profound change and resilience. In the aftermath of the sinister plot that had upended their world, Alex emerged not just as a survivor, but as an individual reborn with a renewed sense of purpose and understanding. The experiences, though harrowing, had stripped away the veneer of everyday life, revealing deeper truths about themselves and the people. This newfound resilience was not just a shield against the trials of the past, but a beacon guiding Alex towards a future filled with possibilities. The lessons learned in the shadows of deception and betrayal had illuminated paths of forgiveness, empathy, and strength. In this period of transformation, the relationships forged in the crucible of adversity took on new significance. Robin Foster, the compassionate gravedigger, had become more than just an ally. They were a friend and a confidant, a symbol of unwavering support and solidarity. Together, they navigated the complexities of healing and rebuilding, their bond strengthened by the trials they had faced side by side. The journey towards reconciliation with Taylor, Pat's estranged child, was perhaps the most poignant aspect of Alex's new beginning. In extending an olive branch to Taylor, Alex sought not just to mend a fractured relationship, but to build a bridge between the past and the future. It was an opportunity to offer the understanding and kindness that Robin had shown Alex, a chance to create a new family dynamic rooted in acceptance and mutual growth. As Alex, Robin, and Taylor came together, they formed an unlikely yet harmonious trio, each bringing their unique perspectives and experiences to the table. The aftermath of the plot that had once threatened to tear them apart now served as the foundation for new connections and shared aspirations. The conclusion of Alex's story was not marked by a dramatic climax, but rather by a quiet, steadfast journey towards a promising future. The challenges of the past had not been forgotten, but they no longer held power over Alex's life. Instead, they served as stepping stones towards a life marked by deeper connections, personal growth, and a renewed appreciation for the everyday miracles of existence. In embracing this new beginning, Alex, Robin, and Taylor embarked on a journey of collective healing and exploration. Together, they forged a path forward, leaving the shadows of the past behind and stepping into the light of a future filled with hope, understanding, and the promise of endless possibilities. The story of Alex Thompson, which had begun with an awakening in a coffin, concluded with the heartwarming embrace of a life reborn, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit